So this road is the famous R355, the tyre shredder, touch wood. And it, I believe, is the straightest and longest gravel road in South Africa without any fuel services on it for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers until one gets to the small town of Ceres in the Western Cape. We're in Calvinia, or we've just left Calvinia, in the Northern Cape. We're heading into the deep, dark Tankwa Karoo, a place I've never been before, but I'm sure is a wonderful scenic feast for the camera. So Nieuwoudtville is turning into Nieuwoudtville is turning into a bit of a Hotel California for us. So far I've had 3 breakfasts and haven't managed to leave yet for the Tankwa Karoo. And my wife decided she wanted pancakes, so we came to the church hall, which apparently has the best pancakes in town. Was it delicious? This is all for the camera. I have no room for this. It's all for YouTube and you guys. The Tankwa Karoo is a remote and desolate place, but it's also a beautiful one. So it's always lurked on the edge of my imagination as somewhere that I have to visit. Unfortunately, one needs to take a little care and ensure that there's enough fuel, water and foodstuffs for the trip. Luckily, I think, in Basil, we're in the right vehicle. After crossing the arid expanse between the town of Calvinia and the northern edge of the Tankwa, we descend down the Elandsberg and into the desert. I like taking black and white shots in the middle of the day or in the later day, especially with a polarizer on the camera, because what I can do is tighten up with this zoom on the focal length, go more towards 50mm or so, and just get that blue sky to really pop with that polarizer on it. If you go too wide with the polarizer, what happens is the center portion of the sky goes really dark and the rest of it goes lighter, and it's really hard to get rid of in post-processing. So if you drill into the shot a little bit and use the polarizer, you get that lovely dark sky, and use a red digital filter on the camera as well when you're taking shots like this in black and white, and that sky will go black, really beautiful black. And with these stark desert scenes, those kind of photographs can really work sometimes. When you're in the Tankwa, it feels vast. It's 1,500 square kilometers, or about the size of Greater London. But more than that, it's set inside the Karoo itself, bordered to the west by the Cederberg Mountains and the east by the Roggeveld. And at its heart lies the ephemeral Tankwa River, but it's dry, one of the driest regions in South Africa. And this means that game is very limited, having to scrape a meagre living amongst the succulents that dot the plains. Our best chance of seeing anything is to follow a dirt track alongside a dry watercourse that winds its way up into the escarpment of the Roggeveld. We found nothing at the end of the track, just an old abandoned farmhouse lying here, prostrate at the feet of the hills. But even so, it's a hive of activity It's resonant with the sound of black-headed canaries singing, and it seems it's fitting, placed here, deep in this forgotten valley, and bathed in the beautiful golden light of the afternoon sun. Why come to a wilderness area like the Tankwa Karoo? Well, for me, it's very beautiful, maybe not for everyone. But also, I feel there's a connection to explore that helps me manifest my photographs. And in this day and age, those connections and relationships, in this age of personal photography, where everything's been photographed, I think it's important to explore them, because those are the things that give one fulfillment. And those are the things that, when explored, produce, for me, the most meaningful photography. I'm sitting here trying to put into words how I feel about the Tankwa and the Karoo in general, and it's difficult. I suppose I've always loved wide and empty spaces, and I guess it's because in that distance there's always the possibility to discover something new, something adventurous, something exciting. And the fact that it takes so long to get there, or it's so remote, just makes it taste, figuratively, so much better. This is Elandsberg. It's a lookout point overlooking most of the Tankwa Karoo, and it's a little bit behind where we're staying, up a 4x4 track. It's been a little bit of a challenge getting here, only because it's bumpy though. Basil can handle it. But what a view. It's fantastic. You can look over the Tankwa Karoo and the plains in the distance there, in this giant sweep of landscape. Extends over to the left to the Roggeveld over there. What a great place. And that barren, empty desert with barely a plant or a springbok munching on its meager resources extends into the distance, into the south.
Hey, he's got me looking quite beige, got me deep in the haze. There's no more compassion, no. Raise me, I need something fast, I need something to last, give satisfaction, no. Help me, grab his right arm, help me, I'll take the left, oh help me, interrogate him. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience?
It's time for us to leave the Tankwa, and we're going to do it through one of its most fabled gateways, the Gannaga Pass, before heading further east to the town of Sutherland, and then on to Beaufort West and the famous Karoo National Park. Thanks so much for watching, and if you'd like to keep up to date with my adventures on the dusty and remote roads of Africa, then please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you out there.